everyone, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So you guys know that when I'm doing Warframe, usually means one of two things. One, we're doing a versus, or two... Sorry guys, my cat wants a rub. But, or two, I am showing you guys something. So, obviously... today we're in the Soma Corm, so you guys know what that means. That means we are gonna do a versus today, guys. So, I'm at that point now in my versus series that I'm actually more on the more current Prime Warframe. So, I would say that most of these guys probably came out this year. I would say probably, mostly, but a couple, like two of them probably came out at more towards the end of last year. But yeah, but this is what I mean by more recent. They're gonna be more recent. They're gonna be ones that you guys probably recognize that were primes a little bit ago or whatever. So yeah, yeah. So today, guys, we are doing our mix-up of those guys now, and today we have Atlas. So Atlas is he's kind of like Rhino, he's kind of like a mix between Rhino and who was the other person? It was a recent frame we got recently. He reminds me of two frames, honestly, but yeah, but anyways, Atlas is one of the older Warframes of the game. I think he came out like couple months in or something crazy like that. I feel like he's been in the game a long time is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so Atlas, a lot of people consider him the One Punch wannabe frame. So if you guys know what One Punch is, it's an anime about a man with superpowers that can one punch things. So yeah, so he's very much related to that. People like to relate him to him. So, and it's because of his abilities, obviously, but he kind of has, like, rock abilities as well, so he's kind of like a fighter that has, like, can control rocks, too. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at, but, yeah, so yeah, there is Atlas. He is one of the tank frames, guys, if you didn't already notice by my shield and health. It is ridiculously high. So, if you guys like tanks, he's another tank for you guys, if you guys like the tank frames, so yeah. Anyways, I think we should get into it here. So, let's go onto the platform here. And here you guys go. So this is my Atlas Prime, guys. He does have a different skin on him if you didn't already notice. This is not his actual normal skin. This is a different skin that's on him. I'll be honest with you guys. Atlas, he's kind of boring. I mean, he's one of the frames that are kind of boring. You kind of look at him, you're like, I'm not really digging how he looks. But I mean, out of all honesty, he is a decent frame. Like, so I'm not gonna be like super excited for this guy or anything just because I'm not really a fan of him myself, but I will do him just because the videos need to do him and whatever else, and I feel like I should show him to you guys anyways, so yeah. So anyways, so obviously his abilities are on the right hand side. We have Landslide, Tectonics, Petrify, and Rumblers, so you guys can get like kind of a earthquake earth kind of feeling from him. That's kind of what you get from him, essentially. And I think, was he changed recently? I'm not sure if they reworked him a little bit. I think they may have, but I could be wrong as well. I think they did once he came out. But, yeah, so you guys get kind of an earthy god kind of feeling from him, sort of, in a way, which is kind of interesting. Because, like, Rhino's kind of like that, too, but he's more strength, I would say, and then we got Atlas here, who's more into using his powers with the rocks and stuff, that kind of thing. So, yeah. Right. So, if you guys are new to this series, you should know that we come into the Silver Corn, and we pretty much see if we can find any differences between the regular version of a frame and the prime version of frame. But the prime version is always the better frame, in strength and mods capability. So I mean, honestly, if you want my honest opinion, you need all the primes and you'll be good, honestly. But I actually have all of the frames, so, and there's a reason for that. It's because I like to have both types. So yeah, so let's pick some enemies out, guys. So we have Corpus Text. That was from our last one, so let's empty that. Well, he's kind of earth, so I think we should go for Grenier with him. I feel that is the most, the best for him. Let's see. Ballista, Butcher, and we do have some new enemies, which is good. A Commander. Hi, Izzy. Izzy came in to be like, what are you doing? So, these are kind of watery ones. Let's pick a dirt. Where's an arid one? Oh, we got a hot fix. Uh-oh. Well, they're gonna have to wait. But, alright, so let's do these guys. Let's do a bunch of these guys. So we'll see if we can beat the hot fix here. I don't think I'm going to, but... Okay, so we'll do some arid lancers because I feel they're the most appropriate. So, first building, landslide. That's kind of his one punch move, if you guys can already tell. This is why he's compared to him so much. Because his literal first ability is one punchy things. So. And as you guys can see, you can lock onto enemies with it. You don't really need to, like, be on top of him to use it. He will lock on to the closest one if your trigger is in the right spot. And then we have the second ability, which is Tectonics, which makes a rock wall, as you guys can see. Now the cool thing about this said rock wall is, yes, it's an extra shield, but when you push it again next to it, you can make it roll into a boulder. So I'll let you guys see it in a minute here, after we get this last guy. We gotta find him first. There he is. Alright, there he is. Alright. Yeah, so I'll give you guys a little glimpse of both abilities now that we're attack the enemies. So this is one punch. His first ability is the one punch. You guys, I've been using it a lot, so you guys did see that one pretty well. And you need enemies, obviously, to trigger it, because I can't use it while I'm just standing here, so. And then we have Tectonic. Yeah, guys, please ignore the red text, because they're just doing a hot fix, which is fine. So here's the Tectonic, so here's the wall. And I think this is one thing we probably should keep an eye out for, is the fact that, there's gonna be different effects on their walls, probably, between the two of them, so. Obviously, this is the prime one, so he's got, like, some minerals in there and some lava, it looks like. So, that's something we could look for in the regular one when we pull him out. And then, like I said, you push it again when you're up against it, and it will create a boulder. And that boulder's fun. It's kind of just a fun little ability. Like I said, it gives you some extra shield, but honestly, I don't use it that much. I use my punch a lot more than I use my boulder, my rock and my boulder ability, so. And then we have Petrified, I believe is the next one, and then Rumblers. So we need enemies for these two. So that's one downside of him. You need enemies to use most of his abilities. So we're gonna simulate this really quick again. As you can see, we can actually kind of teeter the enemies when we're using our one ability, our punch ability. And the longer you hold it, the stronger it is. So there's another thing to consider. Alright, we're gonna use Petrify on this side. And Petrify is really cool, guys. As you guys can see, it turns our enemies into rock. Isn't that so cool? That is so cool, isn't it? So, that's what I love using Petrify. That's one of my favorite abilities to use with him. Because it just freaking freezes enemies in the spot. And you can literally take the time to kill them because they're frozen. Yeah, so let's go. Oh, they do break out of it eventually, I believe, though. Yeah, see. Yeah, this was the one that was already petrified. So you guys see him? So he's completely locked in stone. Isn't that cool? I think this is probably my favorite ability of his because it just fits him so well. And it's just fun to use. Especially in crowds. You can just like freeze them all in place. And it's like, okay, that is wild. So yeah, guys, so that is a great ability. That is probably his favorite. Like I said, that's my favorite ability with him, I would say. Because it can stun lock them, obviously, and then and you can just immediately start attacking them and they'll die. It probably weakens them as well. I'm not quite sure if it does. It probably does. But yeah, so there's a little tip from you guys. And I believe yeah, all the rocks that you create with him can help his Rumblers, which is his final ability, which I'm about to show you guys. We need to reactivate the enemies, however, to pull them out. The game's telling me to restart. We're gonna try to beat it, but we'll see if it kicks me out. So we're gonna try to beat this update, guys. This little hot fix they did. So here we go. So we're gonna petrify all these enemies. So isn't that so cool? You just can petrify everyone. And then I'm going to release my Rumblers. So here we go. And Rumblers are literally like stone golems you can release. And these guys are useful, obviously. They do die eventually, however. So they don't last forever, which kind of sucks. But if you modded your Warframe correctly, though, they can last a little longer. But as you guys can see, they're slowly dying if you watch my energy bar down there. So they do eventually die, but if you guys want a closer look at them. So obviously, so these are another thing that we can check out for our regular one, guys. So they're kind of like our stone golem buddies. This one's smaller than this one, as you guys can see. I think they're different sizes. And there we go. See, so they just died. But that's another thing we could point out, see if we could find on the regular one too, is see if there's any differences in like how they look. So like Prime, he obviously has more lava effects on his rocks. So we can see if regular Atlas has the same thing going on. And speaking of, I think it's time to switch to him, guys. But yeah, the Rumblers are kind of fun as well. they give you another extra set of hands. Even though they do eventually die, so it's kind of like Wukong's twin, celestial twin. They're kind of just there to be backup for you, but they're only... But except his rumblers are only there for so long. I mean, Wukong's twin stays with you until you die, essentially, or it dies. So that's just a little tip from me, little thing from me there. All right, so there is Atlas Prime for you guys. So we're gonna switch to regular Atlas now. And regular Atlas, I actually do have his deluxe skin on him, guys. So you're about to see his deluxe skin. His deluxe skin is kind of unique, so I'm excited to show it to you guys. So here we go. So here is regular Atlas, guys. Of course, this is mine, but yeah. So here is regular Atlas, guys, and this is his deluxe skin, like I just mentioned. And it's really interesting skin. It's kind of, you're kind of looking at it like, okay, so he's kind of like metal pieces and rock pieces, and they're like held together with like this weird energy stuff. So he's really interesting. This is probably one of the weirdest but most interesting skins we've ever gotten so far. So it is kind of fun. And you can tell that they stayed with like the earthy tone, and they were like, okay, we're gonna make him out of rocks and metal, and he's just gonna be held together by this like weird geode stuff and these rocks and stones. So it is an interesting skin, definitely. I did pick neutral colors for mine. It's really bright when you first get it though. I think he's like red and green and stuff. It's kind of cool if you guys just want to keep him that way. But yeah, I went for more neutral colors because I'm more into the lighter metals. I don't really like the super bright ones, so yeah. So he's kind of more like a coppery knight. And if you guys notice that so my Atlas's health and shield are actually quite similar. Like, they're close numbers to each other, but they're not like exact, is what I'm trying to say. And his shield obviously is higher than his health. But, yeah, he definitely is a tank, though, as you guys can see, because he can get pretty high with the Prime version. So, let's see if we can find any differences, guys. Ow! Max, don't bite me. He's biting, nibbling on me. Yeah, it just keeps reminding me to restart the game. It's gonna have to wait, though, because we're trying to get shit done. So there's his awesome one punch, guys. I held that one for you guys so you can see it. Like I said, that first ability is better used if you hold it. But then it's a little stronger. It gets stronger and stronger the more you use it, I believe. You can make them fly pretty good. Alright. Okay, then we're gonna use our tectonics here. Oh, we got that enemy. We knocked it down. You did like the boulder come after you, bro? What? We have another enemy somewhere. Is that the last one? No, we got another one over here. Alright. And there's one more still. There he is. There we go. Oh, no, we got a couple more still. What's this? There's a lot of these guys. There is 20 of them, so I mean, there's a lot. And they're a little harder to kill because they're a little more stronger and shield and stuff, but... Alright. Alright, so... Let's go up here. Let's see. We have some more energy. Then we'll respawn those guys back in. But as you guys can see, the punch is still the same. The other one is still the same as well. I think he does not have any effects on his, however. That's one thing we wanted to point out. We wanted to see. Okay, so we're going to use our Petrify on these guys over here. Yep, so it's the exact same on the Petrified. They're turned to stone. But yeah, definitely, Atlas Prime definitely has, definitely has some effects on his rock effects. It very well could be just my energy color too for him, but I don't think he has any obvious effects on his rock stuff. But and that like I said, that we've seen so far, it doesn't seem like he has any like effects on his rock abilities, which is kind of interesting because we noticed that with the Prime one he had like lava, but I don't think regular Atlas does. That's one little difference we found already. Okay, so let's spawn these guys back in. And we're gonna use our Petrify, and we're gonna release our Rumblers. It also could be my skin as well, guys, because, yeah, see, so there is no effects on these guys, as you guys can tell. Like I said, it could very well be my skin. And as you guys can see, they went more like related to his skin for my rumblers. So they're kind of like, yeah, so they're kind of like shiny and just like floating rocks. So this could be very well because of my skin, guys. Yeah, it's definitely because of my skin. So, yeah, so that's definitely my skin, due to my skin. So it's very possible that the effects don't show up because the deluxe skin doesn't have them. But it seems otherwise than that, it seems like he's pretty much similar. But like I said, skins can affect like how you see things in game and stuff. Like if you notice his rumblers, for example, they're a lot different compared to my Atlas's Prime ones. They're kind of more like just floating rocks, and they kind of went for the same look of the skin it looks, so. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting, so. Alright, guys, the game keeps telling me to restart, so I guess I should probably restart it. But, there you guys have it. There is Atlas for you guys. Like I said, he's a tank, definitely, but he's kind of a one-punch-man rock Warframe, I guess you could say. He's kind of hard to describe, but you guys see what he can do, so I'll leave the opinion to you, but anyways, guys, there you have it. There's Atlas versus, I believe, we have, because we're on the weird random frames that have more recently come out, so it's kind of gonna be a weird bunch of frames suddenly, so don't be alarmed. But I believe our next one is, hold on, let me see. It should be Equinox. Yes, it is Equinox. I'm pretty sure. So, I believe Equinox came out when I, like, started this series. Or, it was a little after I started it, I believe. So, I kind of just skipped over him just because I was way past him by that point. So, so there you guys have it. There is Atlas's Prime. Atlas and Atlas's Prime. If you guys want to see anything else in Warframe, do let me know. But I'm more than happy to do this series for you guys. And it's kind of a little fun, kind of something different for you guys to see. So, anyways, I will see you guys in the next video.